What skills do you actually need before going off-grid? And how long does it take to learn them? Most people think off-grid living is just about solar panels and batteries, but in reality, it's a full lifestyle shift. You're not just building a power system. You're building a way to survive and live independently. That means you need a mix of technical skills, practical life skills, and problem-solving ability. The good news is you don't need to master everything at once. You just need to learn the right skills in the right order. Let's start with the most important foundational skill: understanding energy and resource use. This doesn't just mean electricity. It means understanding everything you consume: power, water, fuel, food, and time. In an off-grid lifestyle, everything is limited, so you need to know where your resources go. For beginners, learning this mindset takes about 1 to 2 weeks, but mastering it takes months of real practice. Next is basic electricity and energy systems. Even if you're not focusing only on solar, electricity is still essential. You should understand the basics of AC and DC power, how batteries store energy, and how devices consume power. This helps you understand solar systems, generators, and backup setups. You can learn the basics in about 1 to 2 weeks. Now let's move to one of the most important real-world skills: water management. Off-grid living is impossible without reliable water. You need to understand where your water comes from, how to store it, and how to filter it. This includes rainwater collection, wells, basic plumbing, and filtration systems. Learning basics takes 1 to 3 weeks, but mastering water independence takes longer as it depends on your location. Closely connected to that is sanitation and waste management. This is one of the most overlooked parts of off-grid life. You need to understand how toilets, septic systems, composting toilets, and gray water systems work. If done wrong, it can cause health and environmental problems. The basics can be learned in about 1 week. Next is food skills. Off-grid living often means reducing dependence on supermarkets. That doesn't mean full farming, but you should understand food storage, preservation, and basic growing methods. Skills like gardening, composting, and even simple food planning are extremely valuable. Gardening basics can take a few weeks to learn, but real food production skills develop over seasons. Another critical skill is tool use and basic construction. Off-grid life constantly involves fixing or building things. You should be comfortable using hand tools, power tools, and understanding wood framing and repairs. This can take months to become confident, but it improves for years as you gain experience. Now let's talk about energy independence. Not just solar, but also generators and backup power. You need to understand how different energy sources work together for year-round support. Another essential skill is problem-solving and troubleshooting. Things will fail and systems will behave unexpectedly. You need to be able to diagnose problems logically instead of panicking. Let's also talk about weather awareness. You need to understand how your local climate affects everything. Understanding your specific location takes a full year of observation to see all seasonal changes. Next is financial planning. Off-grid living requires upfront investment and long-term budgeting. Another important skill is a maintenance mindset. You can't always call someone to fix things. Finally, the most important skill is adaptation. Off-grid living is not a fixed system. It changes. So focus on the basics, build real experience, and grow your skills step by step. If you want more guides, subscribe to Off-Grid Life Tech for more content like this.